Hello and welcome to another fabulous time on Owigo TV. It feels good to be back again. Whenever I have this setup, right, I have this adrenaline pump. There's this push that just comes from, some incredible hawk kind of strength. My name is Owigo. This is Real Talk. We say just as it is. And of course, when I have this kind of setup, I'm not alone, right? I have a guest, very special one at that today. And we'll be talking about Nigerian politics, where we are right now, how we got to where we are, and if, of course, we are on the right track. When it comes to progression, Shobowale Suraj is my guest, a.k.a. Ashiwaju, a.k.a. Jagaban. So for someone who has those kind of AKAs, I'm sure by now you know where we're headed, right? Nice to have you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you. Very nice to have you.
Thanks for inviting me.
And thanks for honoring our invite as well. So, where do we even start from? All right. So, before the primaries, right, in the kickoff to the 2023 general elections, before the primaries, precisely, before APC had their convention and had their primaries, I was privileged to be around where you were also at the time, and you said people should live it. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to win it. And then, people were arguing and all of that, and then he won it. And he became the flag bearer for APC. And then going into the 2023 election again, you said everybody should live it. Tinubu will take it. And when he takes it, he's definitely going to work for what he got. So first of all, why that kind of belief, why that kind of faith, right, in a man? Like, what's it about him and you that's synonymous, that you have that kind of belief, first of all?
Thank you, Owigo. I'm very, very grateful for you inviting me to your program. As I always said, I'm one of the disciples of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu since 1999. Asiwaju is a great leader, a leader that has vision, a leader that has the political will, not just making promises. Whatever he said he wants to do, he will do it. He has done it in Lagos. Lagos is working. When he started in Lagos, it started like this. People started believing he would not be able to succeed. Asiwaju tried to restructure Lagos, not just restructuring Lagos. He restructured the people in Lagos. Yeah. Then, before, in Lagos in 1999, before the military handover to a civilian government, Asiwaju brought a lot of reforms. Judiciary reforms, educational reforms, so many reforms in all the sector of the economy in Lagos. Today, if you can see, Lagos is working. If you look at it, when he took over, then the IGR of Lagos State was just 600 million naira. But today, go and check your record.
It runs in billions.
Look at the blue ring. He has the blueprint, and he put the right people at work. And look at, he was the one who built Fashola, Sanwo-Olu, even this Aregbesola, even this Dele Alake, who was the commissioner for information then. Yeah. Every one of them today are all disciples of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
This phrase, right, this particular phrase, he built Lagos, has actually generated a lot of controversy online, right? That he built Lagos, he built Lagos, he built Lagos. Some people said Lagos was the capital. That's why it already had attracted natural, development in itself. But then, even with he built Lagos, some people are saying he cannot build Nigeria the way he built Lagos. People are saying Lagos is not Nigeria. Nigeria is not Lagos. And that's why he's finding it difficult now. Do you think he's finding it difficult? Do you think that narrative of he built Lagos and because of that he can build Nigeria still stands?
Owigo, thank you very much. Lagos has been built even before Tinubu was born.
Okay.
But we are talking about new Lagos. New Lagos.
Because there's an old Lagos.
There's an old Lagos. Asiwaju came and changed everything. Before, if you are born in the 80s, early 90s, you can't go to Oshodi freely or go to Island freely or Mushi freely. But today, everybody in Lagos are doing something. Even the Agbero are restructured. Look at what is going on there. Look at the entertainment industry. He gave them the platform. He led them to understand that Eko ni baje. Lagos won't spoil. Fine, if people are complaining that he's not the one that beat Lagos, but he started the new building of Lagos today that we are talking about by restructuring every sector of the in terms of education, judiciary, and even the transport sector. Everything is working in Lagos. Lagos is a big deal now. Lagos is one of the best cities in Africa.
Do you think it's finding it difficult to replicate same in Nigeria?
You see,
or is it too early for us to begin to ask and say, yo, we're not seeing the developments? Nigerians are saying we're not seeing it. There's a lot of suffering and the rest of that.
Here we go. Since I was born, we've been suffering in Nigeria. I was born in the mid-70s. Before 82 election, I was still a young boy then, but I'm still aware of what was going on. We're still talking about suffering. But this man came and said, we have to build Nigeria the way Lagos was built. Nigeria has to be restructured. Even the citizens of this country has to be restructured. It's not going to be easy.
So is this the restructure?
That is the restructure. If you look at what he has done, if you look at him, he will tell you the constitution has to be.
He must rework it.
It must be reformed. Look at the tax law that is bringing. Tax is supposed to be the responsibility and for every Nigerian citizen. But today, how many Nigerians are paying tax?
Is it because we are not aware of it? Like Nigerians are not aware that there is even something called, some Nigerians, right, are not aware that there's something called personal income tax. That the government must take from every money you make as an individual.
80% of Nigeria don't pay tax, which is the social responsibility of every citizen. It's only when you want to get contracts or want to do something with government agency that you need to bring your tax. All those things. Even me, I don't pay tax.
That seems to be his major reform so far when it comes to expanding the tax bracket, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree that seems to be like the major reform that he has taken so far? But the ripple effect of these reforms now is coming down to hunger, increase in fuel prices, scarcity of food. Nigeria don't even have a food bank that we can rely on during, food crisis and the rest of that. You understand?
Let me just be honest with you. Nigeria does not have any economy. Till date. We only depend on PMS. When you talk about global economy, you can't include Nigeria inside any global economy in the world. We say we are the giant of Africa. We just have to start from somewhere. This man has taken a bold step. What other leader were supposed to do is starting it. I know it's difficult for Nigerians. I agree with everybody. I agree with you. But we just have to start this reform. If we don't plan, we have to have a good economic plan of like 30, 40 years. That every other leader that is coming will continue from there. The other leaders were scared. Like Obasanjo brought so many reforms. But there are some things he was supposed to do that he did not do. He was scared of the opposition.
Because the opposition will use that
against him. But this man came, he doesn't care about his second term.
But they said, this same what's going on right now, people say he also used it against Jonathan as opposition then.
That is politics, so we go.
Okay, so politics must come.
That is politics. For anybody to get to power, you have to play the game. That doesn't mean politics has gone. Let us talk about the issue that is facing us in Nigeria. You have to leave those election periods and let us all come together and rebuild the country.
But that was also Jonathan's tenure, right? And then election had also come and gone then, but they had to still occupy Nigeria as opposition.
Yeah, opposition. See, most
So that
of
means people will still play politics even when governance
Owigo,
should have started.
listen. Everything they were saying then wasn't that they were against Jonathan.
Okay.
Nobody was against Jonathan. They were just telling him that you have to do this thing in a very right way. Restructuring Nigeria then, Jonathan set up constitutional review now. Did they implement it? Some section of this country is aggrieved. Where is those reports? Those reports today were not implemented. If those reports were implemented, Oresanya was even the last one. We are talking about Jonathan constitutional that you use Nigerian taxpayers to confab. At the end of the day, the report was just put under the carpet. Nobody's talking about it. But I just understand that this man that comes is a God sent to us. I have to be honest with you. I know people might not like what I'm saying now, but it's the fact. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult. I'm a father. Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
What this man is doing is doing the right thing because he has the political will. Assuming all those other two candidates came in, they won't be able to do this thing. I'm very, very sure. Because, before the election, I always tell you about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I know he has the political will.
Is that because, they call him a godfather who doesn't have a godfather? Is that why?
No. He just understands the game. And you understand Nigerian politics very well. And you understand Nigerians very well. If you live in Lagos, people who live in Lagos will tell you Asiwaju is the leader of politics in Lagos. He understands the rudiment of politics. He knows how to go about it and get it done. It might be very difficult now, but let me be honest with you. In the next 2-3 years, this government is just 17 months. And go and check his campaign promises. He has not derailed from his campaign promises. Go and check. Nigeria is working. It's just that the faith, the Nigerian citizens are not seeing it. And why? Because everybody depends on the central, the federal government. Are we even talking about those governors? What are they doing in their state? Are you talking about the local government chairman?
What are they also doing in their local government?
You don't depend only on the federal.
Alone.
The pressure will be on. He can't take over. He can't take care of all the 200 million people.
Does that mean that President Tinubu is actually towing the path of the devolution of powers?
Yes, already he has started that, like the
local government
autonomy. That every governors now are now running to conduct local government election. The fate is just going to be like before. No, you will see what is going to come out in next 1 to 3 years. You will see how the reform in Nigeria, the reform of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to be working, and Nigeria is going to be seen. And second, there are problems in terms of communication, media.
Yeah.
The media are very, very poor.
Disseminating the
information is not really getting to the people. Nigeria are very funny people, Sha.
Do you think it's about the media or it's about those who are working? Because if you are working, right, you definitely have to come to me and tell me, I am actually doing this job, but I'd like for you to come cover it and help us put it on TV, on radio, newspaper, everywhere. We want this
every of our media houses always want news that will make them make money.
Controversial.
Negative. You see, as a media outfit, you don't say negative things against your country.
You don't promote it either.
You promote it in a very positive way. 80% of the things that is going on, even media is overblowing some things that they are not supposed to be blowing.
So the media now,
just because they say they have, yeah, media are contributing at least about 40% of the problem of Nigeria. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. I stand quoted.
Social media, mainstream media, or both of them?
The media, everywhere. See, if you go to America today, you never hear any media house talk against his country.
Talking down on the country.
Talking down on his country. They talk good about their country.
Is that not because the country has given them reasons to not talk down on them? Because the average American, the American government values the life of one One.
See,
The person you think you might call the least American, if there's anything like that.
We are getting there. It's not easy. We are getting there. You know, we are different people. Nigeria, we are very different people. Nigeria is divided into regions. Different language, different religion, coming together to be one. It's not going to be an easy thing. This is the first time we are really practicing the real democracy.
Yeah, people seem to be united.
Today, there was a time in this country that you can't even talk against the government. You'll be arrested. But today, there's freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say. In as much you don't go against the code of conduct of the broadcasting stuff. But to me, I believe Nigeria is on the right path. And I see greatness coming.
Let's talk about corruption, right? Corruption has been a major pandemic in Nigeria for decades. And when I mean decades, I'm talking about decades. And we've had, previous governments coming in, everybody tell you that when we come, we're going to fight corruption, we're going to see the corruption never sees the light of day and the rest of that. But when they come and go, they see any change. And now does President Tinubu you already spoke about political will, right? Well, let's bring it back to corruption and the fight against corruption, especially when you see people who are supposed to be quizzed or who are supposed to be in EFCC custody and grilled, but are being given appointments.
Corruption is not easy to fight in Nigeria because it didn't start today. If you look at 1966, from independent 1960 to 1966, if you look at the first coup, there was a revolutionary coup that was tagged. I don't want to say or mention any ethnic group, but the basis of that coup, did you check what are the basis of that coup?
The counter coup.
Yeah, no, before the counter coup.
Before the first coup, before the counter coup.
The basis of that coup was the revolutionary coup of 1960, January 13, was based on political instability and high level of corruption.
And today
we are still talking about the corruption.
We are still talking about political instability and high level of corruption. In fact, high level. If it was high level as at the time.
Before we were born, we read it. Even in 1982, they talk about austerity. What is austerity? It's hunger.
That's 1982.
82. We're still talking about it. Till today, we are still talking about hunger. We just have to start rebuilding this country in a very sincere way. Every Nigerian has to come on board. Even the opposition party, opposition leader. It's not all about criticizing. It's not all about you coming that I have to be president. No. You can contribute from the side and people will recognize what you have done and they will never forget you forever.
Now, these are projections, right? But Nigerians seem to just want to see results. Like, we're not patient enough. 2 years, 3 years for reforms to take place.
But they were patient for 3 months when Emifele was changing money. They hide the money and the fuel was not there. You have your money, you can't even access your money. But Nigerians were patient for 3 months. Please, my brother, let us be all sincere to ourselves. Let us leave sentiment. Election has gone. Let us put all our hands on deck and move this country forward. Nigeria is a great country. I've been to some few countries in my life. Anywhere I go, I'm always proud to be in Nigeria. Nigeria are very, very great people, my brother. It's just that we just have to come together and love ourselves. First, let us have peace among ourselves and love ourselves. When we love ourselves, everything will work. It's not all about I have to be the one that will be president before Nigeria can be done. Peter will be Atiku. They can contribute from the side and still make things work. What this man is doing, let me be honest with you, no leader in Nigeria that can do it. I'm telling you, he's the only man that does not have Godfather. And you know the kind of cartel in this country, even in the health sector. Look at the reform in the health sector today. Forget, maybe the fuel is getting high. You will still see it. Everything will still normalize and it will be balanced. I have that hope, 100% assurance, because I know Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu with his style of politics. He will always tell you, things will always get better. At the end of the tunnel, there will be light.
Now, this particular light at the end of the tunnel, right? Most of the times that the president has spoken in terms of national broadcast, maybe Independence Day, Democracy Day, and the rest of that, he said, "Tighten your seatbelt. You need to be more patient. While we try to fix all the errors that we've had in the past." But now people are saying that while you're asking them to be patient and sacrifice, you guys are balling. Are we not all supposed to be patient and sacrificing together? How is it that the citizens and the masses are the ones who are sacrificing, but the political and elite class, they're not in sacrifice?
That is always what has been happening in Nigerian politics. You don't expect a Nigerian politician not to enjoy himself because he's in political office. Even though if they are not there, they have these resources, so we go. The fact still remain, are they doing the right thing? Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
The problem is that the masses are not, they don't have trust in anything government.
They've lost it.
They've lost the hope. They've lost the trust. But you still need to give it a chance. I see a good Nigeria. I see a better Nigeria. With this Bola Ahmed Tinubu government, which I've seen a lot of reform. I'm not a kid, as I told you. I'm an adult. The reform I'm seeing in the judiciary, in the oil sector, in the educational sector, in the health sector, I believe those reforms are going to huge good things for this country. And if you look at it, before, according to what he said yesterday, we were using our revenue to service debt of over 90-something%. But today, that's reduced. People are not seeing those things. Look at the Lagos Coastal Road from Abuja, Lagos to Calabar, Lagos to Sokoto. These are because for you to build a country, you have to talk about the infrastructural development first. Because without building your infrastructure, that can't be people. If foreign investors can't come in to come and invest in your country, you have to get constant light. People are not talking about the constant light now that we are getting.
The bar has improved.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like it's only in Abuja? Because people are saying.
But before in Abuja, it's not everybody that has light. In my place now, at least, I still get about 10 to 12 hours light. It's an improvement, Owigo. We should not condemn everything in totality. The country is working. Assuming Tinubu is not the president of Nigeria, Nigeria could have turned to Venezuela.
If he wasn't the one who took over in 2023, are you sure about that?
I'm very, very sure. Because it's not just to talk. It's not just to say you know about what the problem of Nigeria. Do you know? Do you have the solution? Do you even have the political will? Not just having the solution. Do you have the political will to step on people's toes? Some regions today are looking at Tinubu that they regretted voting for him, but they didn't know that what he's doing is for their own good. I don't need to mention any region here, Owigo, because I don't want to be tribalistic or solve that you are a Yoruba guy.
Yeah.
But the fact still remains that all what this man is doing, are they good? That is the question. The reform, are they good? Are they better? Is it going to be for the interest of Nigeria? Look at what IMF said. That if you continue with the way you're going, there is hope.
Yeah.
Check the manifesto of Atiku. Atiku, if you look at him, he's still talking about borrowing. The other one is talking about production. Fine. Nigeria need to be producing to be one of the great country, one of the great nations in the world among community of other countries. Sure, you understand?
Absolutely.
But the most important thing is that you have to start a very good foundation like all this reform first. Without that, you can't do anything. It doesn't need to be business as usual.
But does the National Assembly seem to be in that same, agenda? Do they seem to be projecting that same agenda when they are sending prayers to emails and, still living lavish lifestyle, buying bulletproof vehicles and all that?
It's a gradual process. If we start condemning the National Assembly members, they are still the one representing us. We were the one who voted for them. Now, we Nigerian citizens just have to think beyond them in 2027 and see that, is this person fit to come back? Because the major issue in Nigeria is that we don't even talk about our
Representatives.
representative. Those are the key. We are only
Even
looking
those
at the
State
executive,
House of Assembly
State
level.
House of Assembly, your local government chairman. Like I'm staying in Abuja, I don't know the name of House of Rep that represent Abuja. I only know the senator.
Yeah.
Okay, if I have issues, if I have an advice or a proposal, how do I get to meet him? The National Assembly is not where you just go and say you want to see an honorable member. No, an honorable member should have his. I don't even know his constituency office.
Outside the National Assembly.
Outside the National Assembly,
There should be a
constituency office where you can go and you give them some kind of advice and proposal that will benefit the people of my community. And Nigeria say, oh,
but they don't have it.
we don't.
Do you think we have a fundamental, foundational problem?
Yeah,
How can we solve it?
by restructuring the country and restructuring Nigerians, citizens on their own, because our Nigerian National Orientation Agency still have a lot of things to do. There is problem in Nigeria. The problem in Nigeria is not just the economic problem. Even Nigerian people are problem.
So if President Tinubu has a political will, right, to change things, but those he puts in the saddle of some other authorities are not on the same page with him,
How will go?
How will it work?
Go? In governance, is only you can have your own blueprint. It's not everybody that is in your cabinet that will work in line with you. It's just that you just have to have your own inner cabinet. Your own inner cabinet, that whatever you want to do, they make sure all those things is being done.
So that we have a minister of power that everybody knows.
You can easily.
Doesn't mean that
If the structure is there, a minister is just a middleman between the ministry and
the president.
It's just to fix the country. We have to restructure the country first. What is restructure? It's not by regional or this thing. You have to restructure every sector of the economy. Reform it. You understand? It's not just even the Nigerian citizens got themselves. We have to restructure. We have to restructure our minds. Okay, they are saying because of things are costly. Some people are smiling to the bank. I was with some friends yesterday. They were telling me the taxi driver this along were saying this is the best government they've ever seen. They are making their money.
People don't park motor.
People don't park motor.
But Nigerians see that as now a suffer. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I could drive my car 2 years ago, and then I would with 15,000 naira I would fill my tank.
80%.
But now 80,000.
We go 80% of us have been progressing in error. Yeah, we've been progressing in error. If it's a country that works, there are some people that call themselves big men today. They are not supposed to be telling us that they are big men. How did they get their source? Well,
questionable wealth.
Yeah,
And we can seize it.
not just in the government alone, even in the private sector. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
No? The restructuring thing has to first start from all the ministry, all the major agency first.
Even international organizations that are present in Nigeria, because it seems there are speculations in some quarters, right? That some people are alleging that even international agencies now, when they come, they already rob them with that corruption mindset. Do you get? So that's why I'm saying that's the president one. He's one person, right?
Yeah, he's one person.
Well, how many? You know the number of permanent secretaries that we have across all MDAs.
If the structure are okay, the president doesn't need to stress himself. He has his advisors. All the ministers are there. Bring your proposal. These are what we want to do in next 5-6 years. The president just have to give go ahead. It's just to give orders. It's the one that are important, that are national issues that is affecting Nigeria, that will now come and intervene, like these minors, all these boys they carry from
all these boys that
bad end governance.
Protest.
Which he has.
So that means there are some things that are being done that he probably may not even be aware.
Yeah,
because this particular one made it seem like he was not even aware that those kids
were arrested. And immediately he got to know what he did. He has to tell them to let them go. That is a president that has the feeling, has the mind, has wants to do good things for Nigeria. He understands Nigerian very, very well. He understands all these things that is happening, but his eyes is not everywhere.
But Nigerians don't seem to understand him.
Because they still have that biased mind of the last election. That election fever is still worrying them because they never believe he's going to win. It's still like magic. And they should realize that this man has taken over.
So it's high time they accept
him as.
And let us
I still know some politicians that still say Tinubu is not their president.
Till date.
Till today. And they too wants to be president. No, Owigo, let us be honest to ourselves. You can still see somebody on the national TV telling Nigerians that Asiwaju is not his president.
And the person is Nigerian, residing in Nigeria.
Now, that election shock.
They've not got over
They've not got over it. It's still disturbing them a lot. But it's your time.
But
they just have to realize that this person you are seeing, it's not. They should be even the 2027 election that is not talking about.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you. Nigeria will still beg Tinubu to contest 2027.
You know how they say, how Sunday go take be? Now from Friday they didn't know.
Now if you build the Friday very well, I know what you
go know how Sunday go take be.
I know what you
now from Friday they go know.
Now
from what we are seeing now, does it seem as though in the next 2 years or towards the end of his first tenure, Nigerians will be wow.
Let me give you an example.
Nigerians will be like, wow.
Let me give you an example of Reagan. Donald Reagan, 1981, when he came in. America was in a very serious recession. When he wants to recontest, he wants to come back. America was in a very tight recession. But he won, and he built America back. Oga, the most important thing is that, is this man doing the thing he's supposed to do? Fine. That is the question we need to ask ourselves. This reform in all this sector, majorly the oil sector, which has been deregulated, not fully deregulated, but I still need Asiwaju to still go fully
on deregulating.
Fully, not just partial one, fully. Because government does not have business in selling oil. They should leave it to the private sector to do that. It's a private-driven business.
So privatizing NNPC is even a step in the right direction.
Yes.
This business is better.
Better. It's going to help Nigerians a lot. At least if a private company take over it, at least government will still have its own share. But the private sector should have the larger share. They should decide what goes on within that sector.
They call market forces.
Yeah, NNPC is not supposed to be coming to. They are engineers. They are not supposed to be marketers. Yes. Now you find most of NNPC staffs, they are marketers. It's wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Is that why, based on speculations and allegations, that President Tinubu came and then he has diverted the results into that he has his own private refinery and all of that? Although Dangote refinery is
these are rumors. Even the Dangote refinery, is it Dangote that uses money to finance it? He has to source for fund.
Including loan. Sure you understand?
I believe Nigeria is going to be great. Nigeria is going to be better. You just give Asiwaju Bola Ahmed time and see. And the most important thing, we need to support him.
But while we're waiting for that time, some people are actually dying of hunger. While we're waiting for that time, some people are being kidnapped or being murdered because they're not able to provide ransom. While we're waiting for that time, people are languishing in pain. Is that a necessary evil that we have to face for us to get to where we're headed?
People have been complaining even before this government, not just today. Nigeria have been complaining. Even during Jonathan time, some people have been complaining. The economy issue is not just in Nigeria alone, it's all over the world. The most important thing is that, do we plan for all these things? No. Because we never planned.
Did our leaders in the past plan for all
these things that is coming? And somebody now came on board and said we have to start. It's going to be difficult for Nigeria to just change like that. 80% of Nigeria they've been progressing in error. If we put it on the normal,
let's break down that progressing in error. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that I will understand. Me myself know whether I've been progressing in error.
Yes, now.
So when you say 80% of Nigerians have been progressing in error,
I'm not saying all
what is that?
Nigerians, 80%.
80%.
Yes,
have been progressing.
That they are
in
calling
error.
themselves big man today. Go and check their source of wealth. What did they produce? Which company did they have?
Money just did.
Yeah, money just did. And you say I'm rich, and you say you are progressing. Progressing that you are killing your people with hunger. No, we go. Let us say the fact.
Private individuals now,
Yeah.
or representatives.
Private, both private and the government.
And the government ones.
Yeah. They buy houses, they build houses. When they want to sell, they sell in dollars. They say, go and check, or we go. We are. Even we, God, that we are here. How are we surviving?
Grace of
Are
God.
we doing what we are supposed to be doing?
It's the grace of God.
It's the grace of God. Then we are progressing the error.
So even the
Because you are not sure of what you're going to get tomorrow. You understand? Okay, you set up your own studio now.
Yeah.
This is your profession.
Absolutely.
And when money start coming in, people will know that, we go TV.
It gets sharp.
He get shop. They go few points, say, see how it started.
Yeah.
How many of Nigerians will get money today if you talk how it start? Because they tell you, say, in the streets. We tell you, I was in the streets.
So how did you get out of the street?
How did you get out of the streets?
They're
You
not
can't
gonna
explain that to you. And tomorrow they will be claiming, do you know who I am?
Nigeria is the headquarters of. Abuja is the headquarters of. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Nigeria, if you are in Abuja residents, they will understand.
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Come and say it now.
Okay, now they are.
Yeah, come and say it now. Yeah? It's not easy, Owigo. It's not a laughing matter.
Tinubu don't humble everybody.
Yeah. The man is not even thinking about maybe you are going to vote for him or not voting for him. It's going to be a matter of what have you seen? What has he done
Yeah.
in 2037? But Owigo, let me be honest with you.
But does this seem like someone who really would want to leave a legacy based on how he's going now?
You should know Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He love leaving a good legacy. I'm telling you, I'm giving you for free.
That's weird.
He will never disappoint Nigeria. People might not, maybe they thought maybe they've given me money. No, I'm one of his disciples.
No, me, I can testify for sure.
I've been supporting Asiwaju since 1999.
The support is, they even call him Ashiwaju in the area where he resides,
started
right?
in Lagos. If you know Lagos then,
Yeah.
if you go to Oshodi then, before 1999, you can't even carry this. There was no phone then, go. Your gold chain, they will take it away. They will pick your pocket. But now, everything is fine. Everything is okay. When it started, it was just like this. People were complaining
as
Which
well.
kind of governor is this? What kind of governor is this? Yeah, this one wants to kill us. This one. In 1999, it got to 2000, 2001, 2000. People started seeing the reform. They started understanding that not that this guy wants to suffer. He wants to restructure us. He wants to restructure everybody. Nigerian citizens themselves must be, after you restructure Nigeria as a body, you must restructure Nigerian citizens themselves. Yes.
Because there's a mindset, right?
Yeah.
In Nigeria now, there's a get rich quick mindset.
Yeah.
Where you see a 16-year-old, nah. They want drive Benz.
Yeah.
At 16, 17, they want to drive Benz.
I don't think when I was 22, I don't even have a bank account. In Nigeria now, a 22 years old boy can easily boast of 100 billion. What is his source of income?
He even get domiciliary account.
Domiciliary account. Yeah. How bad it is now. Owigo, please, we have to start this thing now.
There needs to be a campaign, right?
You media outfit, you media house, you talk good about your country, you talk good about your government. That is the first step we need to take first. Talk good about your country, talk good about your government. If you see anything that is bad, you argue constructively.
Because in terrorism or anti-terrorism, right, I have a postgraduate from Beijing University in terrorism and intelligence studies, right? And they tell you that in terrorism or anti-terrorism, right, that if it lasts for more than 24 hours,
The government
has a hand in it.
If you look at this issue of terrorists and bandits in Nigeria, it's still this our political elite. It's still this syndrome of how do we get to power. When they use these people, they dump them, they go outside and start terrorizing the country.
So you sponsor them, buy AK-47 for them, give them. They carry out your dirty job.
That is normal political business. Leave all these things so we go. We all know the truth.
Will Tinubu or can President Tinubu also restructure even that direction now? When the politicians will use thugs and arm them.
Before Buhari left, about 20-something local government was taken over by terrorists in this country that demand their flag. Today, they were not there anymore. Lately, have you seen any terrorist act in Nigeria like before? It's only bandits and kidnapping. And because of what? The hardship. Huh?
Yeah.
Like in Abuja before.
But the bandit and the kidnapping are they not also as serious or as grievous?
That one is a business now. The bandit issue is just a business that people are still benefiting from it.
So can't we go after those people who are benefiting from it?
God, these people are in our mix. They are Nigerian citizens. They are not from outside.
Do you think they are also within the architectural the securities architecture?
But government is doing all it could to get all these things done. If you look at it, it has reduced to some extent. But in some part of our country, like the eastern side, the issue is still like lingering down. You understand what is going on. But I believe, first of all, the basic thing we need to do is to just find a way of working on this energy sector first. The energy sector is the major problem now that the government is really concentrating on now. If there is energy security, at least people that are telling you, fuel don't cost, this thing don't cost, that one go there before we start moving to other sector, which they are doing it. This government is really working. I have to assure you.
But people think that that's like we're not taking one step at a time, because by the time you have done the reforms in the power sector and we have 24 hours uninterrupted power, but we don't have the money to afford it.
Before, when you have the money to afford it, that you buy light, did you see light? But today, you have the money and you are seeing the light. Oga, we are improving and we are
if you don't have
forward.
the money now, light day now, but I'm not buy unit because I don't have money.
You are working. It's only when you are not working.
There are a number of people who are not working, are unemployed.
I understand that, but I understand that. Like me, that I am, I create my work myself. I graduated how many years ago? I never worked for anybody. I cut my coat according to my size.
So Tinubu will teach you to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Like you must do something.
Yeah. He did it in Lagos and he's going to do it in Nigeria. I'm promising you that.
No free
lunch. 100% promising you, I'm 100% sure. Because with all these reforms that I'm seeing, even IMF, World Bank confirmed it. We go in the next 15 years, if we can still maintain this stand, Nigeria will be better. Even before 2026, even before the next election, Nigeria will be okay.
But some people believe that, all those IMF and World Bank, that their advice is majorly, is more of ripping us off than actually helping us.
You still can't go away.
So let's not be listening to World Bank and IMF again.
You can't say you will not listen to them. The most important thing, we Nigerians, the Nigerian government must be sincere with what they are doing to themselves first. First of all, are we doing the right thing? If you are doing the right thing, IMF doesn't need to advise you.
They will just be giving us updates based on your progression.
India is getting it right now. Is IMF the one advising them?
And they advise themselves.
The Malaysia, the Indonesia, the Vietnams. We just have to start being sincere to ourselves first. That this is our country, we don't have any other country to go. When we start having that mindset, Nigeria will be better and be great. And this government really needs the support of Nigerians. And we have a listening president. Whenever he hears something that is wrong, he comes out and speak out and take a decisions. He doesn't wait for any advice from anybody.
But some people think he's spending frivolously. Some people say, yo, you be living lavish lifestyle.
Like which lifestyle?
Be buying private planes.
The private plane they bought, is it for Tinubu or for Nigeria?
It's for Nigeria's president.
Okay, look at the Iran president that died on his chopper. That chopper he was using, just because America, they have sanctions with America for over how many years, they were not able to get good helicopter. And the man died like a fowl.
So the security and protection of the number one man.
Okay, look at the vice president went to a conference in America, and the jet he took, the private jet he took, was faulty.
Developed a fault.
What about if you develop a fault on the hair, and we lost somebody like Shetima, a very good brain?
So those things shouldn't be issues.
Because you don't have money, that doesn't mean you won't eat good food in your house, or your house will get dirty, your TV will spoil, you won't repair it.
Say money no day.
Say money no day. Leave those things, those are not the issues. The issue is that let us fix this country, let us restructure this country. Let all of us come on board. Let the opposition parties, opposition leaders come together and unite. When it comes to politics, we play the politics. The problem we have with opposition leader in Nigeria is after politics, they still put that.
They continue playing politics.
No.
But they say APC is the master of that.
See, constructively, when APC was opposition to PDP, we give good criticism. We don't give wrong ones. If you bring an economic plan, that doesn't mean we condemn you. We advise you. We tell this is the way you're supposed to do. All the critics of this government, they've not brought solution. They just come because they have free mic or all those things. They just talk anyhow. They should bring solution. If you are going to criticize, bring solution.
But Obi has been bringing solution.
What kind of solution has he brought? I'm sorry.
So he's been talking about how preventive measures, so that we couldn't have gone through this level of inflation. Now, you do some things, especially like subsidy removal, supposed to be a gradual process. He's also saying that we should flood the streets with CNG buses and make life easier for Nigerians. He's also saying, you understand, that we should remove...
We go talk is cheap.
Subsidy.
We go talk is cheap.
If we should say...
This person you are talking in question, he has been in government before. What are you guys saying? I never say what he's saying is wrong. But does he have the political will? God knows why Tinubu won this election. I want to tell you that. God did it.
I think it's because it's time for Nigeria to have a change.
And the change is coming. What Tinubu has done in the last 17 months, no president, no leader in Nigeria has taken that decision. He stick out his neck and start taking drastic decision that is causing this hardship you see. He's not just taking it to make it hard for Nigeria. It's for the betterment of Nigerians. Let me be honest with you. I'm feeling it. I'm in Nigeria too. I have opportunity to run away, but I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here. And we are going to make it work.
Build it.
We'll build it together. The only avenue we can use is this little avenue you're giving us. If I have more opportunity, I will say my mind to the world, to Nigerians. It's not easy, but we must make it work. We must pay this sacrifice. We must pay this price for our great grandchildren that is coming.
Now that means this sacrifice that we are going through, that we are going to have to pay, right? Is it a sacrifice that previous governments, mistakes that were made, money that was stolen, sins of others?
It's what we are facing now. It's what we are facing. But to God be the glory. The good president has come. I can believe maybe this thing I'm saying, people will think maybe I'm taking money, that I'm supporting Tinubu, I'm doing this. No. I'm part of the campaign. I might not have access to them. That is not even the point. I don't need to have access with Ajua. I believe in his project. and I believe in his political ideology.
When he said, let the poor breathe, Nigerians felt like, yeah, finally there's someone who's going to come help us fight this political elite class. We don't lost for neck for a very long time. Now, did you think, we've already established the fact that, he is a godfather that doesn't have a godfather, right? But when it comes to those elites, they're an elite. Imagine in the immediate past administration, the Aisha Buhari said that they are hyenas and jackals. Do you understand?
You can't.
Can he single-handedly fight hyenas and jackals?
It's going to be a gradual process. These people are Nigerians too. They are not from Cameroon. They are not from Togo. They are Nigerians. They have their own right too. But I believe the system, the way it's going, is going to humble and change everybody. I have to be honest with you. Because when you start seeing changes, automatically, I know Nigerians very, very well. Nigeria, they can easily adapt to change when they see good ones.
So when will they adapt to bad ones?
When they see the bad ones.
Is it good ones that we're not going to adapt?
That is. Just be patient. Just be patient. I'm telling you the honest truth. Nigeria can go to Togo there, where a traffic warder that doesn't have a gun has only whistle, and he will blow whistle to tell you to stop because you commit a traffic offense. You humbly come down and go and answer to your query. If you are fine, you pay your fine. But in Nigeria, because the thing was judged, who are you? You commit an offense, you can't do me anything. By the time all this reform, all this restructuring, all this stuff started, it has already been changing. You can feel it. Nigerians are humble now.
We're going to pause it here. We'll make sure that we have more editions like this, right? Like I go love, but like we're going to have another
Nigeria
one.
will change.
We're going to have another, because that part where you say Nigeria, true, Nigerians are humble.
They're not humble. Easy.
Are you among those who've been humbled? If you are, then it's time to work harder, right? But if you are the one that is humbling them, you also need to continue putting in more work and work harder as well. We'll take a pause here, right? Until our next episode again. Click subscribe to our YouTube channel, Obigo TV, and also click on the post notification icon, and there you'll be alerted whenever we have a new post. My name is Obigo. Thank you, Surad, aka Jagaban.
Jagaban.